So what is your favorite kind of new patient? If you're like many other dentists in the United States, you're going to say a referral patient. Now, why is a referral patient uniformly everybody's favorite kind of patient? Because they are already sold. By the time they arrive to you, they are referred by somebody who has already sold them on you, who you are, and that you're solid as a dentist. So what you recommend is usually very easy for the patient to accept. So you don't have to overcome that hurdle of, I don't know you and I'm just getting to know you, right? Really working on your referral patients is now more important than ever. As you guys have probably already heard, in the new year, you're going to be expected to get 30% more new patients in the post-COVID-19 world than you needed prior. So how do you do that? Well, in this week's tip, I'm going to be covering the 5 things to do to increase your referrals in your practice right now. Hi guys, welcome to my tip. Now, we have done a lot of tips on referrals and how to ask for referrals and internal marketing. And while I'm certainly going to be covering those things, I do want to go over some other points before I get into that. The first thing I want to go over on asking for referrals is I don't want you to discount how important it is that your office environment, meaning the way that your office looks, plays a huge role in the way that people perceive you and whether they're going to refer to you or not. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to get a water feature in your front desk or you have to do granite upgrades or anything like that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about things being neat. I'm talking about a fresh coat of paint. I'm talking about no stains on your carpet. I'm talking about no papers everywhere on your front desk. I'm talking about no food on your front desk, right? So walk through the office as a new patient would, or as one of your patients would, and look at the way your office looks. Are there rips in the chairs? How does your staff look? Do they look professional? Is their hair worn professionally? Right? Those things make a difference. So the first thing you want to do when you're going to start internal marketing is make sure that your environment is neat and clean and orderly and everything has a place, because that is part of your internal marketing. So that's step 1. Now moving right into step 2 is the way that you and your staff handle the patients. Now the most important thing, I mean, we all talk about being friendly and that's a given, right? It's like you have to be friendly with your patients. But what is that extra difference between being friendly and that warmth that you create with somebody where you feel appreciated, right? And really what it boils down to is making sure that the patient feels important. Now, how do you do that? You do that by looking up when they walk in, knowing their name when they walk in, knowing how to pronounce their name correctly, knowing how to spell their name correctly, right? Even when you're on the phone, taking a second and stopping and letting them know, I see you. You are here. Please have a seat. We're happy that you are here. So the second thing to do when you're going to do internal marketing is make sure that your staff knows how to handle your patients. Understand that we know your staff is very, very busy on the front desk and there's so much to do and there's so much happening, but you have to make time to remember that the most important thing in your office are the patients and make them feel that way. Now we're going to start getting into the actual referrals, right? Like how do we ask for referrals and things like that. But before we do that, the third thing I want you to do is make it a thing in your office. Now, how do you make it a thing in your office? Meaning you can ask people to ask for referrals or to do certain things, but if that's not continuously gone over with them, there's somebody in charge that's making it exciting. It's a bit of a game. We're handing out referral bonuses. We're acknowledging in the morning meeting who asked for referrals or handed out referral cards or got family members scheduled, and we have a player of the week. Do whatever you want to do on that to make it fun and exciting for your staff, but make sure that, first of all, you have somebody in charge of the program that keeps it alive and that person has certain actions that they do in the morning meeting or once a week during staff meeting or whenever you want to make sure that your staff is informed and it continuously stays in their mind so that they continue doing the actions you want them to do to ask for referrals, right? Now, let's talk about actually asking for referrals. When you're asking for referrals, we have two different types of referrals that a staff member can ask for, and they're handled differently. The first one is the family members of that patient, and then the other referral is the associates or friends of that patient. Now, they're handled differently. They're not the same kind of referral. If I want to ask for a family member, that family member is usually living with the patient. It's easy for that patient to get a hold of that family member. To some degree, they have influence or control over that family member. Might be a spouse, might be a parent, might be a child, right? Usually, you can just ask the patient to schedule that family member. So now how would you do that? Well, you would ask the patient, hey, do you have anybody living in your house that currently doesn't see a dentist? And if they say, yes, my husband or my mom or whoever it may be, ask them, can you schedule an appointment for them? And if they say, no, I can't schedule an appointment for them, you can ask them, can you get them on the phone so we can schedule them an appointment? It's important to us that they get healthy too. Right? Now, obviously do this with the patients that you're comfortable with. Make sure that your staff is drilled on how to do this, right? But even if you schedule one a day that way, right, that is an awful lot of new patients that you do not have to pay for, and they're good new patients because they're family members, and after all, most of you are family practices. Now, this is different than a referral card, which is number 5, is your referral cards, right? Referral cards are a far less controllable way of getting new patients. Essentially, you're just throwing things out there and hoping things will come back to you. The most important thing about your referral cards is that they go out and they consistently go out. Usually they're given to the hygienist to make sure that the hygienist gives every recall patient some referral cards, usually 2 or 3, and goes over with them that these are for your friends. If they're currently not seeing a dentist, we would love to have them, and we would love to have more patients like you. Again, different than family members who I don't have to give a card to, we just schedule those people. Now, for those of you that know me, you know I'm a big believer in moving any area that you're going to handle up to professional standards. So if you really want to become a professional at the marketing area in your practice, in both internal and external marketing, we would love to have you at our new patient workshop. If you want more information on that, you can visit us online or give us a call directly and be happy to help you get registered for that. Don't forget to click the subscribe button. Take care.